I woke up that morning and I just thought, you know what, this is way too much for me, and I've kept it really cute for quite a long time, and I've always been very grateful to be here and really happy to contribute, but it gets to a point when I think, no, this is way too far, like it's actually hurting my spirit now.
D&B Spotlight checking in with Catching Cairo. Fantastic set. Please don't leave me hanging. That won't be a good start. But honestly, thank you for coming and having a little chat with us. So, straight away, I'm going to get into it. I want to speak about, obviously, what you post every year. This is a Parklife Rum Punch. Try it. I'll be honest, not a big fan. I preferred it with lemonade.
I like it.
It's alright. It is alright. But, it's growing on me now. Oh, of course, it's about £15.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, it is unacceptable. Parklife, sort your prices. Now, in terms of people getting done over for money, right, let's speak about vocalists in the scene. So, Catching Cairo, if you do know, you know, on arguably one of the biggest Liquid tracks ever, not credited on it. Yeah?
Well, yeah, the thing is I am credited, you see, on Spotify and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm credited that way. I'm not credited by pages that post about it. I'm not credited by producers. There's people that will go, oh, I love, what's the best drum and bass song? Touched by Hybrid Minds. Don't even mention my name.
And yet it's you.
You know, I wrote people that have the lyrics tattooed on their arm. And generally the song being circulated and celebrated and not even a mention of my name, which is actually extremely hurtful and disrespectful.
It's outrageous.
It's shocking.
And what do we need to do to change that then?
I don't have all the answers, but as a community, to be honest, the idea of producers being centralised in dance music is a long occurring thing, like it's nothing new. I mean, most recently I made a reel on Instagram. I woke up that morning and I just thought, you know what, this is way too much for me, and I've kept it really cute for quite a long time, and I've always been very grateful to be here and really happy to contribute, but it gets to a point when I think, no, this is way too far, like it's actually hurting my spirit now to see videos of me performing, or even worse, videos of me having been on stage being cut out of shots, and then there's like little glimpses of me, or whole videos of me, or just the song, and not even mentioning my name. And it gets to the point where obviously it's a big deal because there's a reason why I'm not being included, but it's unacceptable, and we need to do better as a community. Producers need to shout about their vocalists, and I understand there are some songs that are released and intentionally the vocalists are not credited, and they have an agreement to not be credited, right?
They've sold it. That's right, I do get that.
So there are legalities and technicalities. I'm not talking about that. I'm a featured vocalist on that track, I'm a credited vocalist on that track, and those songs should be regarded as such, and therefore the producers, when you're working with vocalists like myself and other vocalists that have been featured on that song, you have a duty to promote that song appropriately and not just use our voices to make your songs better and give your crowd something to sing. Like, we're way more than that, and you know it, and I think that's why you do it. But hey.
And what's good now, right? Yes. You're on today. No, I know about you were interviewing me. I don't mind that. You take control. That's what this is about. You're taking control. But today, you were on as Catching Cairo.
I was as Catching Cairo.
That is already a step in the right way.
Well, absolutely. It was a step in the right direction. I had a wicked time. But actually, now we're here. Let's break the cycle of all the girls go first at the set.
Yeah.
No, we're not here to open up for the guys. Sorry. We deserve as much stage time and as much privileged programming and
you could have easily been on at 9 o'clock, sung Touch, and everyone would have said it, but best set was
I would have sang all 21 songs in my set and everyone would have fucking loved it, because that's what happened today. Everyone's dancing, and in some ways I'm actually kind of glad that, you know, you don't get, it's actually has its benefits when you're playing to a smaller crowd, because then you get to see everyone's faces. You can kind of stick it on individuals when you're like, are you dancing? And I'm like, and it's really fun. It's nice to see everyone's individual reactions and kind of curate the crowd, and it's really wicked to see the crowd grow as well. But yeah, I could also pack out a 9 p.m. slot and people will be there because people like to see people perform, and
especially
that's exactly
singers.
That's what I do, man. I get up there with my vintage Dolce & Gabbana heels that I wear all set, yeah? And I shake my ass and I sing my fucking heart out, because that's what I'm here to do. That's what I've been put on this planet to do, and I'm glad that I got to do it today. But yeah, I was here as Catching Cairo. I've been releasing music since 2013. Touch came out in 2016. I only started getting booking for shows in like 2023. So that's a lot, yeah. So I'll leave that there for you to think about. There's a lot of imbalance in this game, and it's not everywhere, but it's rife. And as a culture, we need to do better to make it more inclusive, make it more uplifting of everybody, and also encourage people to dance, please. Let's break the cycle of everyone just kind of standing and staring. Let's dance.
Definitely.
You don't need to look at the DJ to dance.
Definitely not.
Was that a bit of a tangent? Maybe.
No. You say anything you need to.
Talk to me.
What I want to ask you now then is, what advice do you have to upcoming vocalists and singers then?
Ooh, okay. My advice would be, stick at it. Consistency is key. Write your songs, release your songs. Have your flops. Things don't have to be perfect. I saw this thing on Pinterest early this year, and it says, make it exist first, then make it perfect. And I think a lot of the time we can try and craft things, make it perfect so much that we end up losing what we're trying to make in the first place. So release stuff, collaborate, but also stand your ground, ask for help. If you need to, ask me, ask other people for experience, because a lot of the time we've not been here before, we don't really know what we're doing. But practice your craft, believe in yourself, and get a good team around you. Work on your shit as well. Don't feel entitled to go from zero to amazing overnight. Like, it takes hard work. So if you really want it, put the work in, yeah, stand your ground, man. I have to say, I want to say to the women vocalists, speaking from my own experience, it can be a journey, and I promise that I'm going to do the best I can to try and make it better for all of us. But it is a bit of a different experience being a vocalist in the drum and bass scene compared to being a guy, I think, because the way that vocals are...
Completely different sides of it as well, isn't it, really?
Yeah, just kind of the hierarchy, I guess, when it comes to vocalists, which is mad. And MCs too, actually. So I'm not just speaking to the women.
It's the difference between the cost of an MC and the DJ. Like, some huge MCs, it's like, for example, a headline DJ might be 15-20 grand now. A headline MC might only be $1,000. Like, one of the biggest MCs. Yeah. That is mental when you look at it, innit? Yeah, if you look at the opposite, like, imagine how much bloody Skepta's cost today. Do you know what I mean? Imagine how much he had bloody cost today.
Wow.
And yet, all the roots came from jungle.
Well,
what's your advice then for women in general coming up in the scene? DJs, MCs, vocalists, the lot.
What is my advice for the women, the DJs, the vocalists? Practice your craft, man. Honestly, I think the talent really speaks for itself. Know your roots.
Well, obviously, you said you didn't get booked till 10 years after.
Yeah.
How did you get noticed by Hybrid Minds then? How did that work?
I've just lost my train of thought. I want to answer that question, then I want to go back to something I was going to say to answer your question before. So that happened because I'd been releasing... I'd been singing on dance music. I did a track with...
Wasn't your dad a reggae singer?
Yeah, he was a reggae singer, yeah. He was actually... Yeah, he was. Him and my uncle have a sound system called Bodyguard Sound, which, travels the world. Question what you said. What did we talk about? How did I get to sing with Hybrid Minds? They emailed me. Back then I was Tiffany Juno, and I'd released a song with Anile and Taylor called Not the Way to Run, which came out on Med School Hospital back in 2015 or something. And they shouted me because they heard that and wanted me to write something to this instrumental, which eventually became Touch, which I actually dug out of my email the other day. So I have like the voice note version of that song. It's mad. Just hearing how it went from that to what it is now. But they heard my voice and they saw something in me and wanted me to get involved. And actually after that I did, I think, 5 tracks on their album, Elements. So yeah, that's how that happened. Okay, there was a point that I really wanted to make, but it is work together. Work together, man. I honestly collaborate with each other. There's so many wicked vocalists. There's so many women in drum and bass and in dance music now, I think more than ever, and there's such a great way to connect with people. Let's work with each other. There's so much more that we can get out of that collaboration than fighting your way to working through kind of the old-fashioned way. I have to say, I didn't really have that privilege to do that, and I love all the people that I've collaborated with over the years. Like, I'm really grateful to have got to do that. But if there was more women in D&B back in the day, I definitely would have lent on them and tried to have curated something, curated that community. I was definitely trying to just find myself back then. But yeah.
Catching Cairo, Sebra, D&B Spotlight. Thank you very much for the quick chat.
Hey.